Hello, I'm Jeff Van Treese, and this is Mobilized News. We welcome you to our show. As our guest today is Dave Aronberg. You probably recognize Dave from Morning Joe on MSNBC. He's also a frequent contributor to a lot of cable news networks, including CNN, among others, as a pretty prolific legal commentator. And he's also the state attorney for Palm Beach County. At the state level, of course, we all know what's going on in Palm Beach at Mar-a-Lago. So Dave is literally at the courthouse right across the street from the courthouse that case is being litigated in here in the Southern District of Florida. So Dave is very familiar with the legal system in and around here, South Florida, and all the characters involved. So Dave, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insight.
Hey, it's great to be back with you, Dr. Jeff. Thanks for having me back on.
Oh, my pleasure. So, God, so much to talk about. It's we have to figure out where to start.
Yeah.
Let's just start with rule of law. So, there's been a lot of questions for a whole lot of reasons in recent months about people's confidence in the rule of law, and that's certainly not something that I've seen in my lifetime. We certainly have rulings that we disagree with, right? Judges come out with rulings and we disagree with it, and that's just run of the mill. But that's not what we have here. There's questions about the legitimacy of the court and whether the court is actually acting as an independent, co-equal branch of government, especially with regard to what's happening with not only the Dobbs decision for abortion rights, as well as a number of other things in terms of just dramatic changes in what's going on with our Constitution. That, in combination with Judge Eileen Mercedes Cannon, which appointed the special master, among other things, and it looks like that's going to get overturned and thrown out. But in the meantime, it looks like there could be some serious concerns about the legitimacy of the court, and that is one of the unfortunate after effects of having Donald Trump as president for 4 years. So, what is your thoughts on people's perception of the judicial system, as well as just not just faith in the competence of the system, but the legitimacy of the system?
Chief Justice Roberts has repeatedly spoken out that the Supreme Court is losing faith amongst the electorate. He tries to emphasize that there are no Republican judges, no Democratic judges. They're all federal judges, and it doesn't matter who appoints them. They take an oath, and they dispense justice evenly. But Judge Cannon has challenged some of those assumptions because when she jumped into this case, it was first off questionable whether she had jurisdiction, and it looked like she jumped in after the Trump legal team did some forum shopping. Remember, their matter was in the hands of Magistrate Bruce Reinhardt, and they didn't like his ruling, so they went 68 miles to the north, still within the Southern District of Florida, to Judge Cannon's courtroom. She's the only judge permanently assigned to the Fort Pierce courthouse, and they have received rulings that I'm sure they are very happy with. For example, at the very beginning, when they sought her to ask her to get involved, she issued a preliminary order saying that she was likely to grant the special master. Now, keep in mind, that was before the Department of Justice even had a chance to respond to Trump's request for a special master. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen where a federal judge has said, yeah, I'm going to likely grant you your motion, even before she even heard from the other side. And then when she did grant the motion for a special master, she went beyond what Trump requested and granted a stay of the entire investigation relating to those documents retrieved from Mar-a-Lago, which was more than Trump asked for. And that stay was the subject of the appeal taken by the DOJ to the 11th Circuit to say, at least let us review the 100 classified documents. There should be no stay there. It impedes our investigation and hurts national security in the process. And there's no attorney-client privilege for those documents because they're classified. Trump doesn't even challenge that they say classified on the documents. He hasn't said in court that he declassified the documents. And so they're clearly classified. And so since they're classified government documents, they're not subject to attorney-client privilege. And there's no executive privilege here for a lot of reasons. One of them being executive privilege is a decision made by the current president, not the former president. And executive privilege cannot shield executive documents from an executive branch investigation.